friends, welcome to the All-Canadian Reptile Girl. I'm Annalise, and today we will be talking about my newest reptile. She is so cool, gorgeous, affectionate, and unbelievably smart. You guys are you're gonna love her. What? Oh, the hat. You'll see. Alright, let's roll the red swirly intro thingy. Let's get this party started. Here is Jub-Jub, my black and white Argentine Tegu. There are so many cool things I could tell you about these guys, but in the interest of time and this video's retention rate, I will stick to the highlights. Aside from explaining why I feed her cat food, I'm not going to go into too much detail about their care today. Eventually, I will do a care guide. I've done a ton of research and I know what's needed, but I think I need a little bit more hands-on experience with Tegu keeping before I tackle that. In the wild, black and white Argentine Tegus are found in Argentina.
That's a shocker there.
But because they cannot read a map, they are also found in Brazil, Paraguay, and Uruguay. Oh yeah, and in Florida. But that's because of us humans, not their poor cartography skills. There are 50 species of lizards classified as Tegus, and the black and white Argentine Tegu is the largest. Jub-Jub is a juvenile and is about 4 or 5 months old. We've had her for almost 3 months now, and she has literally quadrupled in size. When full grown, which at her current growth rate will be at the end of this video, she will be between 3 to 4 feet long and up to 15 pounds. This is one serious lizard and not an ideal starter reptile. Tegus are extremely strong and have a ton of cool ways to defend themselves. Their first line of defense is this long muscular tail, which they use as a whip. They don't have the spines on it like an iguana has on their whippy tail, but a Tegu's tail can still leave a pretty nasty bruise and even break the skin. Like many other lizard species, they can drop all or part of their tail as a defense mechanism. It's not terribly common, but it does happen. The lost tail will regenerate sometimes. Sort of? You see, often the regrowth... See, this is why I have the hat. She has really sharp claws, and she likes heads. Hat is important. Often the regrowth is more of a cap to cover the break. Others will have more substantial regeneration, but at best, it will be kind of a less sturdy copy of the original. They also have these very long, sharp claws, like I mentioned a minute ago, that they use primarily for climbing and digging, but they can also do some serious damage. Which is why my arms and head are covered. At the business end of the Tegu, we have a ton of razor-sharp teeth and this adorable little snoot. Their dentition, the makeup of their teeth, is quite sophisticated and is more similar to that of a mammal's than it is to most reptiles. Because of their diet, they have many different types of specialized teeth, like incisors, canines, and molars. This allows them to slice, rip, tear, or crush different types of food as needed. Driving these teeth are incredibly powerful jaws. When full grown, their bite force will be similar to that of a German Shepherd's, a Rottweiler's, or a Pit Bull's. When things get real, they have a delightfully terrifying attack where they will rear up, charge at you extremely fast, bipedally, with their mouth open and their claws out like this. Imagine a 2-foot T-Rex charging after you. Like I said, this is a serious lizard. Now, those not familiar with Tegus might be thinking, why on earth do you have a pet with those claws and teeth and jaws that strong? Don't you like your fingers on your hand and undigested? To that, I will remind you that dogs possess equally terrible weapons and have the potential to be far more dangerous than a Tegu. On average, there are approximately 4.7 million dog bites every year in the US, with 30 to 50 of them resulting in death. But no one bats an eye when you bring a dog into your home. Why is that? Because dogs are awesome, of course, and one of the main reasons that they make such amazing pets is because they are smart enough and have figured out how to best interact with humans and fit into a human household. Guess what? Tegus can do the exact same thing. They aren't exactly social animals in the wild. They're mostly solitary, but they are socially intelligent. Tegus communicate with other tegus through body language and are very good at figuring out how to behave in order to navigate a particular situation, even with other species like humans. They are exceptionally smart and very quickly learn that people are pretty okay. This is one of the reasons that they make such amazing pets. You do need to put in the time and effort into proper handling and earning their trust, but it usually doesn't take them long to figure out that we are not a threat, are their source of food, and a means for them to explore the environment outside of their enclosure. With enough time and care, they will come to learn that they can use us for scritches, belly rubs, back rubs, and snuggles. All things many tegus seem to really like. Because of their incredible capacity to learn, I'm doing a lot of work on training with Jub-Jub. Not just to make our interactions easier and more predictable, but also to help stimulate that big brain of hers. Now, if only I could train her to not go on my head in the middle of filming. I'm talking about target training for feeding, potty training, walking with a harness on, and some basic commands. You know, that kind of thing. I will be doing some videos on that process down the road, so I won't talk too much about it now, but I will tell you that within 1 week, Jub-Jub was responding to her name. Within 3 days, she was responding to the word food, clearly much more important to her than her name, obviously.
Do you want some food? Yeah. Hi. Are you hungry?
And it only took her 2 exposures with the target to figure out that it meant food was incoming. Now, we just need to work on her not trying to kill the target.
It will kill.
People spend hours a day training their dogs. Our interactions with Jub-Jub are usually 15 to 60 minutes per day. That's it. The progress we are making in her training is being accomplished in a fraction of the daily interaction we'd be doing with a dog. That is mind-blowing. They are super smart and fun to interact with, and that allows for a wonderful deep bond between tegus and their keepers. Ow. If you think Jub-Jub is as awesome and wonderful as I do, why not click that like button? That small click helps me out a whole lot and I'd really appreciate it. Ow, you have very sharp claws. Tegus are omnivores, which means that they eat, well, whatever they want. In the wild, they will hunt and eat rodents, birds, insects, and fish. And they will happily gobble up any eggs they find. They also scavenge for dead animals, and they will eat leafy plants, seeds, nuts, and fruits. So a varied diet is incredibly important for a pet tegu, which is why I feed my tegu mostly cat food. I figured you'd be curious about it. That's why I'm doing it at the end of the video. Sneaky, huh? Yeah, I know. So, cat food. Yeah, you're probably thinking of this kind of cat food, which would be insane. Do not feed this to your tegu. I don't even feed this to my cats anymore. Regular viewers of my channel probably recognize this fella. This is Oscar, one of my 2 cats. He is a wonderfully friendly cat, very social and playful. But he had a very rough go before we adopted him many years ago in that Petco in Glen Allen, Virginia. When he was a kitten, we were told that he lost his mom when he was 2 weeks old. He was undernourished. He had a terrible respiratory infection, and somewhere along the way, he lost a big chunk of his tail, which is why he has a little stub tail now. Oh, you don't like me touching your tail, I know. Let's go over here. The first 8 weeks of his life before he adopted him were very traumatic, and he's got some anxiety as a result. One of the ways his anxiety would manifest itself was with urinary crystals. This meant that he needed medicated food and even anti-anxiety medication that we had to rub on his ears every day. This did help to manage his crystals and his anxiety very well, but it was expensive and it altered his mood significantly. He just wasn't himself. With a lot of research into alternative ways to treat his anxiety through nutrition, we switched our cats to a raw food diet. It's a mix of ground meats, organ meats, fish oils, eggshells, probiotics, and vitamins. Making the food takes about a half an hour every other week. It's a fraction of the cost of medicated food. It's even way cheaper than normal cat food, and has completely eliminated his crystals. He is a much healthier weight now. His poops are less smelly, and he is far less anxious. We've been able to reduce his medication that he needs significantly. But always be sure to check with your vet like we did before you change their diet or do something like this. Just better safe than sorry. For Oscar, the switch in diet has worked phenomenally, and this has been enormously beneficial for his physical and mental health. You're a good boy. I love you. So there you go. That is the cat food I feed my Tegu. With a bit of a twist. You see, veggies are important for Tegus too, and Jub-Jub does not like her vegetables at all. She must take after my dad. So, just like we do with my dad, we sneak the vegetables into the food so he doesn't even know they're there.
Wait, what?
Just don't worry about it. About 40% of her ground food is actually vegetables. Collard greens, dandelions, squash, zucchini, mushrooms, peppers, etc. There's a couple of other small tweaks that we made to the ratios of different types of meat, and we use reptile vitamins instead of cat vitamins, but basically it's mostly the same stuff we feed my cats. So there you go. I feed my Tegu cat food. So what do you guys think of Jub-Jub? She is absolutely incredible, eh? Let me know in the comments below what you think. Like I said, I will be doing some additional videos on her training and some socialization, so be sure to keep an eye out for those. I really hope you enjoyed meeting Jubbers here. Thank you for watching, and until next time, remember to nurture all nature. Bye! Goodbye. Good death roll. She did a death roll.
You are going to have a hell of a time editing this video. Good luck.
No, stop. No. You're never gonna get this video finished. No. I'll just climb this. No. This is so much better. I need you. Don't climb up my face. Ow! Did she scratch me here? Is that good for scritches? I'll just keep doing this. Have you had enough? I just want to finish this video.